All right, the eviction moratorium ends in less than a week, and all week long we're bringing you every single angle of what that could mean for you and your family. Right now, landlords will now be allowed to lock out tenants and bring in paying renters for the first time in more than a year. 13 Action News reporter Sean Delancey shows us the changes renters will see in just a matter of days.
The end of the eviction moratorium is here, and a flurry of tenant lockouts are just over the horizon. Courts have processed many evictions already, but Susie Vasquez with the Nevada State Apartment Association says that the tide will not break all at once.
What we're really going to be faced with are all of the people who have been evicted, but the lockout hasn't occurred.
Vasquez says this will be a laborious process. For every eviction, courts will need to alert constables. Constables will need to do the lockout with limited resources, and the moratorium confusion means that landlords will have to figure out how many units are and are not open so that they can remodel and finally start finding a new renter to start pay flow.
I'm sure that it will take some time for us to be able to recover.
A new law signed by Governor Steve Sisolak could delay the recovery even further. It stays all evictions for people who've applied and are waiting for millions in federal rental assistance.
You notify the court that you're waiting for CHAP, and it will pause the eviction process to let that application be processed and ideally get the money paid out.
Vasquez says the big problem with that is the applicants are under no obligation to tell their landlords that they've applied for assistance or what their status is.
Everyone has to understand that from a landlord's perspective, the only way for us to truly find out what the status is of this tenant's rental application is to file the eviction.
Another new law pushed by Assemblyman Howard Watts will make the process of vetting new tenants less transparent, as it seals all COVID-related eviction records for non-payment immediately. Watts hoped that the law would prevent cyclic poverty and homelessness.
Evictions are often the result of poverty, but they are also a cause of poverty.
That right there is Sean Delancey reporting. Vasquez says with NSAA, the average delinquency rate is around 2%. At its highest, it hit 16% and has only recently fallen below 1 in 10 renters. She hopes soon to at least get back to pre-pandemic levels of payments. There's another big change coming to the session, but only for a few landlords.
The landlords can ask for assistance as well, so it's not just the tenant saying, hey, I need some assistance. The landlords may also now file and say, my tenant is here, they owe this much, I would like assistance.
Property owners can apply for CHAP assistance on their tenant's behalf only if they're based in Nevada, own a unit single-family home, and the tenant refuses to apply themselves or can't be reached by social services.